Bubba Wallace is caught up in another controversy at Charlotte Motor Speedway, this time following his wreck with Aric Almirola. But wait, there's more. Denny Hamlin demands a huge penalty for Hendrick Motorsports driver Chase Elliott. According to Hamlin, he shouldn't be racing. As tensions reach an all-time high, the NASCAR world clutches its breath and decides to look into the matter. So stay tuned to the video and get updated after this thrilling race of NASCAR. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. The Charlotte Motor Speedway has always been a great place to watch exciting NASCAR Cup Series races, where high-speed action and drama on the track are the main attractions. In a recent race, however, the tensions reached a whole new level when rain stopped the event on Monday, causing an unexpected break that set the stage for a tense fight. There have been so many rain delays and stoppages at Charlotte Motor Speedway this weekend that Aric Almirola and Bubba Wallace decided to add some excitement to the first and presumably final red flag of Monday's attempt at the Coca-Cola 600. When this unexpected break happened, Bubba Wallace and a driver from Tony Stewart's Cup Series team got into a heated fight. Their fight may have started because of something that happened on the track, but it quickly got out of hand. Before security could step in, Tony Stewart's driver bravely confronted Wallace, making an already dangerous scenario even more dangerous. As the racers waited nervously for the green light to start again, the tension between Wallace and Aric Almirola kept getting worse. A shaky video that was shared on social media showed them arguing, and it was clear that things were getting worse between them. In the video, Wallace seemed determined to back away and leave to try to calm things down, but Almirola, the driver of the number 10 Mustang, pushed him on the spot, making the situation worse. It reminded us of something similar that happened with Wallace and Kyle Larson in Las Vegas last season, except this time, Wallace was in a different role. A track official quickly stepped in and separated the two angry drivers with force as their heated argument was on the verge of turning into a fight. It was interesting that the people who helped seemed to be the same ones who had stopped a fight between Ross Chastain and Noah Gragson a few weeks earlier. In the middle of the chaos, Wallace could be seen fiercely pointing his finger at Almirola's chest, while they continued to say angry things to each other. Their emotions were running high. People were confused by what happened between the two drivers because they had never had a big fight on the track before. In the busy media center, reporters looked at the videotape very closely and tried to figure out what happened during the live race. It showed that Wallace had done a risky move by cutting in front of Almirola quickly, which could have caused their cars to crash. People quickly started to think that this thing that happened on the track might have caused the fight between the two cars. Almirola reacted to Wallace's bold move by nudging him right as the race was going into a caution phase because the rain was coming. This made things even worse. With no question, this recent fight has changed the way they interact on the track. The NASCAR community is eagerly waiting to see what comes next and is looking forward to the next chapter in this rivalry that's always changing. Will this start a fight between two NASCAR drivers? Tell us what you think in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that bell button for more updates. But this was not all for the race. Something more happened that took fans' attention during Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott looked to purposely turn into Denny Hamlin, leading Hamlin to smash head-on into the front stretch wall. When Hamlin and Elliott were battling for position exiting turn 4, Hamlin pressed Elliott up the track, leading Elliott to collide with the outside wall. Elliott appeared to purposely hook the right rear of Hamlin's bumper in response. Hamlin claimed, "Elliott, right rear hooked me down the straightaway." Elliott's actions are similar to what Bubba Wallace did to Kyle Larson last year during a race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where Wallace purposefully turned into Larson after they made on-track contact. Wallace was suspended for one race by NASCAR. Elliott shouldn't compete the next week, according to Hamlin, who described it as a tantrum. Right-hand rear hooks are completely unacceptable. I don't mind. Bubba Wallace did the same thing with Kyle Larson. The same. He has no business racing. He's a temper tantrum. Elliott denied crashing Hamlin on purpose, calling the incident unfortunate circumstances. Elliott is the 2020 Cup champion and has been named most popular driver 5 years in a row. He further explained that, "The 11, Hamlin, put me in the fence. And once you take off the right sides of these things, it's kind of over. Once you hit a wall in these things, you can't drive them anymore." Both Hamlin and Elliott's cars sustained damage, and neither driver was able to continue. Elliott was ranked 33rd and Hamlin was ranked 34th. According to Hamlin's crew chief, "I couldn't see it live, so I didn't know what happened on the track. But certainly, when I looked at the telemetry and looked at the replay, we got tight underneath Elliott. You could see flames coming out of the pipe, so Hamlin lifted trying to give Elliott space. Hamlin got into Elliott a little bit, got him into the fence a little bit, and I'm sure that upset Elliott. But whatever happened after that was certainly pretty blatant looking." NASCAR says it will look into the Hamlin-Elliott incident to see if any penalties are necessary. If any penalties are imposed, they will most likely be imposed around midweek. So let's see what happens. Talking about Ryan Blaney, who won the delayed race. Blaney broke a streak of not winning in 59 races, making history for team owner Roger Penske. Blaney not only won Penske's first race in both IndyCar's biggest event and NASCAR's longest race in the same year, but he did it in a remarkable way. As the race went on, Blaney's speed in the number 12 Team Penske Ford was amazing. He led an impressive 163 of the 400 laps, which was a career high for him. Even though William Byron started on the pole, he couldn't keep up with Blaney's speed. The determined driver held him off to win his first race ever on the tough 1.5-mile Charlotte track. It was Blaney's 8th career win, and it had been a long time since his last victory at Daytona in August 2021. Blaney knew how important the moment was, and he couldn't hold back his tears during the interview after the race. He said, "I might shed a tear." Blaney thought about how hard it is to go without a win and how doubts can creep in over time. But he was very thankful to his team, the hard-working crew of the number 12, for never giving up on him. The win was even more impressive because it happened over the weekend. The day before, Joseph Newgarden made a stunning pass on the last lap of the Indianapolis 500 to give Penske its 19th win. Now, Blaney's win in the Coca-Cola 600 broke their streak of not winning and gave Penske an amazing double in two of the most important racing series. The last few minutes of the race were nothing short of intense, with multiple cautions putting Blaney's resolution to the test. Still, he kept his cool and was the winner for the last 20 laps, which were very important. Blaney built up a 1-second lead over Byron on the track and crossed the finish line with a .663 second lead. Martin Truex Jr. got 3rd place, and Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick, who showed how strong 2311 racing is, came in 2nd and 3rd. Even though he lost, Byron was polite and said that Blaney deserved to win and praised his character, even though Byron led for an amazing 91 laps and always fought for the lead from the best pit stall, number 1. He just couldn't find the extra edge he needed to beat Blaney. Still, Byron was proud of what his team had done, and he said that his pit crew had done an especially good job. There were some big things that happened during the race. Late in the race, Kyle Larson's sideways slide and following crashes with other frontrunners caused one of the worst crashes. It looked like a crazy pinball game. Some of the people who were found in the wreck were Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, Joey Logano, and Aric Almirola. Ryan Blaney won in the end, and writing his name and that of team owner Roger Penske into history. Blaney showed everyone with a great race that persistence, faith, and a strong racing machine can reignite the spark of victory, even after a long and difficult trip. The next Cup race will be held on Sunday at Worldwide Technology Raceway, just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.